Hey friends, I was sitting at the kitchen table. I'm actually planning my grocery haul that I'm going to make tomorrow. And I thought it would be really fun for you guys to come hang out with me while I figure out what I'm going to grocery shop for, how I know what I need to grocery shop for, and how I am going to save money. Hey, if you don't know me, I'm Hope. This is Under the Median, where every week we talk about practical frugality. My husband Larry's behind the camera today. Say hey, Larry.
Hi.
All right, let's get started. I thought it'd be really interesting for you guys to know the exact steps that I take to keep our grocery budget really, really low. Now, it starts with some steps that you may not be taking or may not even be aware that you should be taking. So let's talk about the 10 steps that I take every single week before I get in the car and breeze down the street to the grocery store. Before you even think about walking out the door to go to the grocery store, you really need to know what you already have on hand. And that's step number one. You need a current freezer and pantry inventory. This tells you what you've already spent your hard-earned money on, so you don't wind up going to the store and winding up with, 8 or maybe 10 bottles of mustard. Like, Larry, do you know anything about that?
I don't find any problem with having that much mustard on hand.
You wind up buying duplicates of what you already have, and because you don't know what you have on hand, you also wind up not buying what you actually need to replace on the pantry shelves. So fill out one of those forms and get those ready. Now, the other thing that we inventory regularly is our perishable food. This has been a serious deal breaker for us. Every single Thursday, I fill out what we call our perishable food inventory. And when I fill this out, I basically go through my refrigerator. I go through like the vegetables that are sitting out on the countertop. I inventory them and I put all of the vegetables and the fruits at the top of this list that are going to go bad first. So they have the shortest shelf life. Immediately that reminds me I need to use up those first. Let's take a look and see. I had a lot on hand this week, guys. Let's take a look and see what I had on hand. I'm going to just start over to the left and kind of work my way to the right and see what we have laid out here on the counter. I have about 5 of these sweet potatoes. I have, we're going to call that 4 or 5 pounds of potatoes there. We have a couple of white mushrooms. These are sliced. These are not sliced. You'll notice that. Look at that. I actually scored a major markdown haul at Kroger yesterday. I took some photos of the haul for you guys so you can kind of see what it was that I got. I paid $15 for all of the food in that haul. So I actually have quite a bit of perishable items already on hand. Let's move back and see what else we have. This is a dozen organic lemons. These guys were given to us. Yes, given to us. How cool is that? But they're getting a little soft. So these are definitely at the top of my list because they are organic. What I plan to do is I'm gonna use these in a couple of different recipes this week, but I'm gonna make sure that I get them ready to save for later use, just in case like they start to go really soft before I can get to them. So I am going to zest all of the lemons because they're organic. I'm going to wash them, zest them real well. Then I'm gonna freeze that lemon zest in a single layer on a pan. Once it's frozen, I can take it off, I can put it into a freezer bag, and theoretically, the zest pieces aren't going to stick together, and I'll be able to use that when I need lemon zest in a recipe later. I'm gonna roll them to make sure that I loosen up as much juice as I can in these, and then I am going to squeeze the juice out of them, juice them, and I'm gonna put that juice into the freezer, and I'm going to use my ice cube trays to freeze the lemon juice. A regular ice cube, by the way, guys, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. All right, so that's how we're gonna take care of the lemons. I have 3 oranges that were left over. I have these 3, they're looking kind of sad, but they're still edible. Definitely at the top of my list. These are gonna be used up probably tonight. Got 3 of those little squash. I have 2 cucumbers, and I put this out. This is not something that's actually, it's shelf stable, but I put it out because I wanted to remember to show it to you. This is some good wheat pasta. I got this, guys, because I got a free coupon to try it. Yes, free coupon. I'll leave a link in the description of the video of the company that I get these high value coupons from so I can try stuff for free. It's really fun to do. Couple more things before we move back to the kitchen table. I have this summer squash. My friend Marie gave this to me. She grew it. Y'all, my friend Marie, she is like awesome. She can grow a lot of stuff. And then I have about a dozen of these yellow onions that are sitting here. They've been here for a while, so I'm probably gonna try to use up 3 or 4 of them this week. A lot of stuff with onions in my future this week. And whatever is left over, I'm gonna slice and I'm gonna freeze it in a single layer on a baking sheet and then stick them in the freezer so they don't go bad. A lot of the stuff that's actually on the kitchen table is the stuff that I got from that $15 haul. I'll show you those items as well as a couple things that didn't come from the haul. You'll see this is Kroger markdown, this is romaine lettuce, and stick with me because I'm gonna tell you everything that I plan to do with all of these items. I just kind of wanted to show you everything before I told you all of my plans. These I got out of the freezer just a little bit ago. These were 50 cents. Check that out, 50 cents for 12 of these babies. This was part of our haul from the Amish store that we just did. I actually showed that haul in a video. I'll make sure that that video is linked up above and in the description of this video. These were Kroger markdowns. These are everything hot dog buns. Oh, here we go. 87 cents for the hot dog buns. 1 package of these I'm actually gonna cube and I'm going to bake them in the oven, and these are going to be croutons for some of our salads later this week. And then the other one, I'm going to make some carrot dogs, and that's what's going to go on those buns later this week. Got a couple of salad starter kits. Normally I don't buy a lot of prepackaged food, but this was marked down to 93 cents and I wanted to use it. One of the things you can do to make these kind of things go farther that I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a marinated rice salad, and I will use this on the bottom of the plate and then put the rice salad on top. Makes the salad go farther. It's a great way to use lettuce. One more thing I want to show you on the table here. Oh, 2 more things. Okay, I'll show you this first. These are a couple of leftover vegan sausages that I had. They've been in the fridge for about 3 or 4 days, so those are definitely going to be used up tonight. And then these bananas, y'all, I gotta tell you. So there is a thrift store in town, and sometimes like they will have some bread or something that has been donated and set out. They had bananas. Somebody donated bananas. And so all of these bananas were free. You gotta love free fruit, you know what I'm saying?
We've been eating a lot of bananas this week.
All right, I'm gonna give you another look at that perishable food inventory. And once again, remember, all the stuff that is most perishable is all the way at the top, and the things that are less perishable are at the bottom of the list. So now you know what's in your pantry, you know what's in your freezer, you know what is in your counter, you know what is in your refrigerator, but what do you do next? You gotta figure out, well, we're going to the grocery store. How are we gonna know what to get from the grocery store? Let's talk about looking at grocery store flyers and knowing how to effectively use them. Kroger just announced, did you guys see it? Tell me in the comment section if you also saw it. One of our viewers sent this to me, that Kroger announced that they are no longer going to be putting physical sales flyers, like, you know, you get the Sunday paper or the Wednesday paper, and then the flyers for the local grocers are always in there. No, they're not going to do that anymore. It's all going digital. And you know what? This is the digital age. I expect a lot more grocery stores to just go with digital flyers rather than trying to print them and physically get them to people. Now, I do think, having said that, you're still going to be able to pick up flyers when you go to the grocery store, but you're not really going to be able to get them in your hands at your house anymore. They're not going to send them to you. So you need to go to those grocery stores online for my purposes, because clearly I have a lot of food on hand, but I have some really good ideas of what I might want to do. So I'm going to check 2 grocery store flyers. All right, go with me online. We're going to look at Kroger and we're going to look at Aldi. Whenever you look at a grocery store ad, you are looking for real whole food ingredients that you can cook with. The further you go down into that grocery store flyer, the more you're going to get mired in that world of things that are prepackaged, pre-cooked, pre-prepared. That is when your grocery bills are going to start to go up again. So you're going to look for single ingredients. You're also going to look for what we call loss leader items. Those are usually on the first or second page of that sales flyer. Those are items that are ultra low priced. When I went to the Kroger ad online, the first thing I noticed were those avocados for 99 cents. That's kind of pricey, But avocado prices really have gone up, so I sort of made a mental note of, I might be interested in the avocados. Then I scrolled down and saw those really great mandarin oranges, 3 pounds for $2.99. Definitely that is in something that I would want to purchase. That's within my range of purchase. Usually I'm a 99-cent a pound or less girl when it comes to fruits. The other thing you want to do with the Kroger ad is scroll all the way down to those digital deals, those weekly digital deals. Usually they're pretty good, guys, and you can use those coupons up to 5 times. But what that means, now here's where I give you some great advice. You need to make sure that you have that store loyalty card and that you are signed in on the website, because that allows you to immediately find something on sale, go up to the digital coupon tab, click it, and then make sure that you add that digital coupon to your store loyalty card while you are thinking about it, because you don't want to get to the store and find out that you forgot to add it to your store loyalty card. Aldi, next store we're going to take a look at. Aldi doesn't generally have coupons available, but they do usually have some items on sale every single week. Look at the price of the avocados. Yes, 49 cents for avocados. That just beats the pants off of the 99-cent avocados at Kroger. That just went off of my Kroger list and onto my Aldi list. The other thing you want to do when you look at these store ads, and you begin to see those items that are ultra low priced, you want to be able to envision in your mind how you're going to use those items. Never buy items without a plan in mind, because what happens is you'll buy like 6 avocados and you'll wind up throwing 5 of them out because they go brown and they go soft because you didn't have a plan to use them. So whenever I find an ultra low priced item, I begin to think, how am I going to use it? And how can I group that item with other items that are also on sale? In this particular sale ad, I'm looking at those mangoes that are on sale, and I'm also looking at those pineapples, and immediately I think, Mexican. I can use the avocados, I can make homemade refried beans, and then I can create a layered sort of Mexican dish with this and some tomato sauce that I've added some spices to. And then I'm going to layer those in a casserole dish, bake them off, top them with some of the avocados, and I'm going to serve a side of fruit-based homemade salsa. Super duper easy to make. And I actually have hot peppers from last growing season. I have them in the freezer. So I already know, because remember I had that freezer inventory sheet. I already know I have all those items to make that. And that will last us a good 2 nights. So do you see how you do that? You begin to think of, here are the items, here's how I can group them together, here are the recipes that I can make. And by the time you go to the store, you're going to pretty much have your menu plan completely done. Shopping list. All right, here is my shopping list that I fill out. You'll notice the things that you need to know. You need to know the store, the item, the quantity or the size, and the price. And usually, guys, if I have a coupon, I'll show you how I do it. Right over here on this side, I usually put a C next to it with a circle so that I know that there's a coupon involved with that purchase. So I make sure that I don't accidentally miss using the coupon. You have your list for the grocery store. You have a great idea. You've got like a great start on how you're going to use those items. There's a couple more things you want to do before you actually walk out to go to the grocery store. One of those is you want to go ahead and check for other coupons that are available. Y'all, I love the Kroger crazy people. The Kroger crazy ladies. It's Kroger and then crazy with a K. Those women know how to take those items on sale at Kroger and match them up with available coupons. I love, 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 love following Kroger Crazy. If you know a coupon matchup website that does a great job, make sure you follow them, because you are ultimately going to be able to find the best coupons, and they've done all the work. Once again, remember, we are not even out the door to go to the grocery store, and you're going to fill out one of these babies. Fill it out in pencil because you might need to change it a little bit when you get back home. Menu planners. I really, really, really am a huge fan of topical menu planning. It's the way that I've done it for years, and it works out great for our family. I make basically 4 main dishes a week, couple of soups a week, couple of salads a week, and then I add maybe a little bit of side dishes in there. If they're lucky, they get dessert. All right, here's what my topical menu plan looks like based on all the ingredients that I showed you that I had on hand. And those few little things, like 4 things, I'm gonna go to the grocery store and that's it. That's all I'm getting at the grocery store. The main dishes, I'm gonna do pasta with veggies, marinara sauce, and that vegan sausage. I'm gonna put that in there too. A Mexican layered casserole with fruit salsa, hot stuffed baked potatoes with mushroom gravy, and a lentil taco salad. My side dishes, I'm gonna make a big batch of refried beans, guys, because it's just always good to have refried beans on hand. And you know what? If nothing else, if you got leftover refried beans, just layer them on some homemade tortillas and you got yourself dinner. Put a little bit of salsa in there. You're ready to go. You're good to go. I'm going to make a marinated rice salad with mango, pineapple, cucumber, and onions, a fruit salad, smoky white bean soup. Now I'm going to tell you why I picked smoky white bean soup. That white bean soup is going to use this very same pinto beans that I'm using for the refried beans. So I'm going to stick about 1.5 pounds of dried pinto beans into my pressure cooker, make a whole pressure cooker full of those pinto beans, take enough of the pinto beans out to make my refried beans. The rest of the pinto beans stay in the pressure cooker. I add all of the ingredients that I've chopped for the smoky white bean soup, and I chopped those ingredients while the pressure cooker was coming up to pressure, guys. And then I'm just going to add all of those. I'm going to repressurize it for about 10 minutes and the soup is going to be done. It's always a great idea to think about, once again, how many ways can I use an ingredient that I'm cooking? So what I did was I kept myself from making pinto beans twice this week. Instead, I just made them once. I made a whole pressure cooker full and then divided those beans into 2 different uses. Topical menu planner, once again. You know what, guys? If you like the forms that I'm showing, you can actually get your hands on a set of these forms. I have them available. I'm going to make sure that there's a link to the menu planning bundle. It's going to be in the description of this video. Hey guys, if you're finding the video helpful, can you do me a super big favor? Scroll up. Give this video a like, will you, and a thumbs up. It really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. What happens if I get stuck? If I'm looking at my ingredients and drawing a total blank, I'm like, yeah, I got nothing. I literally have no idea what to do with these ingredients. I have a form that I call my recipe inspiration. This is a fillable PDF. And so I can go on and I can have a main ingredient listed at the top. I can search different terms and plug my terms in here that I searched, the recipe title and where I found those recipes. Because how many times have you been looking for recipes online and thought, ooh, that sounds really fun. And then 2 weeks later, when you're ready to make that baby, you have no idea what the name of the recipe was or where you found it at. This is a super helpful form to have on hand for that occasion. 3 more really quick things you want to do before you walk out the door to go to the grocery store. You're going to plan your shopping route. So you're hitting all of the stores in a big, like basically a circle from your house to the stores and back home again, because that is going to save you time and it's going to save you gas money. Something else you want to make sure that you take with you, y'all. It is getting warm. Finally, it is getting warm in Illinois. And it reminds me a couple things. Not only do you want to take shopping bags with you in the back of your car, or just grab an empty clothes basket if you don't have shopping bags handy. But don't pay for shopping bags like at Aldi. Don't do that. Now, I mentioned the warmth because you want to make sure that you start taking along with you. Now is the time of the year you want one of those like refrigerated type bags. It's all insulated because you don't want to be caught on your way home from the grocery store with 2 more stops to make. And you begin praying fervently to God that your ice cream will by a miracle not melt between there and the time that you get home. Grab an insulated cooler bag and it will help so that you don't have to do that. Before you walk out that door, if you are a cash envelope girl, you want to make sure that you grab your cash envelope, and whether you pay with cash or whether you pay with a credit card or whether you pay with a debit card, you want to make sure that you have separate stock up money. Once again, guys, this was a serious game changer for us. Every month, we take our grocery budget, we divide it into fifths. 20%, that's 1/5 of that grocery money is set aside for when we find an amazing deal and we want to stock up. The other 80%, we just divide it in fourths, so that amounts to week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4 for groceries, and I try to stay within those weekly grocery budgets. You're in the car now. Yay! You're headed to the store. You're ready to get in, get out, do that grocery shopping. But there are actually some habits that you may be using in the grocery store that while you're shopping and going through those grocery store aisles, they're actually costing you money. We did a video about 30 of those shopping habits that may be costing you money in the grocery store while you're shopping. The video is right over there. Take a look.